The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Whose father traveled to New York, and he looked for a place to stay on Shabbos. His father went to New York, and the bacher decided, I'm going to go on vacation. Father's at home, so he decided to go to Tzfas. He took a friend of his, and together they found a place that they could stay on Shabbos. But they didn't figure out their hours properly, and they left a little late, and they got on the slow bus to Tzfas that made every stop along the way. It came out that 20 minutes before lichtbenching, they understood that they weren't getting to Tzfas that Shabbos. So what did they do? They got off the bus in Tveria. No, it's 20 minutes before lichtbenching. It's a totally strange place. They're standing in the street of the city. They're lost. And they went and he knocked on the first door that they saw mezuzah. A Yid opened up the door and he hears the problem. And he said to them, no, what's the problem? Come here, be my orchim. We have enough beds and enough food. They had no brera, so they joined this Yid. They had no idea who he was. Shabbos. When they sat down for the Suda, the Yid said, I want to tell you, you have to understand what happened to you. I have 10 children. On a regular, ordinary Shabbos, I wouldn't have been able to invite you in under any circumstances, as much as I would want to help you. But today, this morning, I am with my wife. We came back from Europe, from a trip to the Mekaymus HaKadoshim. We were supposed to come back on Sunday, but there was a problem with the plane, and the kids said we came back today. Since we knew it's going to come back, we're going to land on Friday. And we're going to have a difficult time to get put together Shabbos. We told our kids that wherever they're staying, they should remain there. We called the neighbors and told them, I hope you can watch our kids till after Shabbos. The kids, our neighbors heard we're coming back today. They're very nice people. So they prepared Shabbos for us and for all our 10 kids. The kids said they didn't know that the kids weren't going to be here for Shabbos. Kids, sir, so we have places for you to sleep, and we have food for you against any rational thinking. The Bacher Mataka is surprised. Because when they got on the bus, they had no idea where they're going to stay, what they're going to be, what's this. They didn't realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's already been dying for the food, for the beds, cold. But the story was not over. On Tuesday, after that Shabbos, one of the Bachrim who stayed with that family got engaged to his daughter. Hashem arranged this matziv for a shidduch. A person has to know that he never gets fablunget. Hashem directs his traffic. If Gifter used to always say over a maisa, but to the Motel Pagramansky. The Motel Pagramansky, after the war, was traveling on a train, and they were going someplace to be for Shabbos. Another Yid gets on the train, and he said, could I sit down next to you? And they sit down next to each other, and they're schmoozing. And the other Yid says, I'm a moil. Okay? I'm coming back from a bris milah. Where you going? I'm going to the same place you're going. The kids said they both fell asleep. And when they came to that station, they were supposed to get off. They kept on traveling. They woke up, and this Yid lost himself. We cannot get back by Shabbos in time. You have to go there, you have to come back. It's never going to work. It never is. The Motel told him that a Yid verblunget nicht. A Yid doesn't blunge. Hashem orchestrated we should fall asleep. We have no idea why. We'll find out. They came to the next big stop. They got off, and they asked around if there was any Yidden over here. No one knew of any Jews. So they went to the post office, and they asked the post office guy, no? So he told them there's a Jew here. They told them where to find a Jew. They come to the Jew, 2 Rabbanim, knock on his door every Shabbos. The guy opens the door, he sees them, and he bursts out crying. So they asked him, why are you crying? He said, my wife had a baby 8 days ago. And today, it's supposed to be the bris. I couldn't find a male who wanted to come here. And now I open the door and I see a male with a sandik standing right there. Perhaps one of you is a male. Look, I said, yeah, he's a male. He's a male. And I have all my Mila stuff with that. He said, a Yid blungenished. And a person has to know he's always being guided and directed by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And you can't always see the results, but you have to know that you're always going al pi the ratzon of Hashem. There's no accidents. Absolutely not. It happens to us also when you're going someplace, you miss a plane, and you don't know why you missed the plane. And sometimes you think you missed the plane, and you didn't miss the plane. I remember I had a story once. I was in Cleveland, and I was traveling to New York. And the problem was that there was no place, I couldn't get on the plane to New York, to JFK, where I wanted to go. I had to get to LaGuardia. And then I would have to take a taxi, which was going to be expensive and a very time-consuming, to travel from LaGuardia to... So I went to my place where the plane was supposed to go off, and I said, is the plane going to be on time? And they said, no. It's going to be at least a half hour late. I said, okay. So I don't have to be here. So I walked away, found a quiet spot, and a half hour later, I came back. I come back, I see nobody waiting there. I go over to the guy behind the counter, what's going on here? Oh, the plane was able to leave early. I said, I'm on this plane. You saw me coming here. I said, I called your name. You didn't show up. I said, I didn't hear you call my name. He said, I'm sorry, but if you go over there, in 10 minutes, there's a flight to JFK. Let me see if I can get you on that plane. He looks in the thing, step up to the plate, enjoy yourself, enjoy the trip. I told the guy, you know, it was a miracle that God did for me. I said, I had to go to JFK. That's where I need to go. And somebody set me up to go to LaGuardia. Hashem orchestrated I should miss this flight, LaGuardia, in order to get direct flight to JFK. Hashem kitayv, kila ilam chastei.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org